Hello there, welcome to my channel, A Hit for Truth, heading out this morning. Thank you so much for over 7,000 subscribers. Love you all, appreciate you all. Okay, this morning I wanted to talk to you about something. I had, it's about WikiCat, right? I just put out a video while I was, in Lake Country this past weekend, and I got some people asking a couple questions. The first one that I'm going to respond to, and I think it's important to just kind of say this so that people understand where I'm coming from. Somebody actually wrote a comment asking, or actually saying, stay away from SHIT coins, you will lose credibility and all of that. And there have been some comments back and forth with respect to that. I just wanted to clarify. Number one, there are many coins. Like if you go to Pump Fund and Dex Screener, Solana meme coin they're pumping out memes. Like every couple minutes a new meme is born, right? Now all of this will disappear during regulation. These are coins that don't have any purpose, they don't have any use, they don't have any whatever. They're just there. They are meme coins that are created just so that people can make money. Some of them are going to end up being rug pulls. At 99% of all these coins will go away, and the ones with utility will remain. So for WikiCat, why did I decide to talk about WikiCat? Because I believe in it, right? I heard about the founder of the token, and I did my research, and I found out something very interesting. Even at the beginning, he renounced ownership, right? The founder and the developers and all of that around the project renounced ownership. So there is no single owner. In fact, the way it is done, no one person can own more than 1% of WikiCat. I don't fully understand that yet, but I read the white paper and I was impressed by the white paper. Now, white paper is nothing, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your desire is. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But why do I believe it's going to happen? Because already 5 years ago, I already believed, or 4.5 years ago, I already believed that from my studies and research, that crypto is going to be a leveler. Crypto is going to raise multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires, as well as the first trillionaires across the globe. I believe so because crypto is going to explode the GDP of the world to levels never even imagined. Because digital, you see, I remember one night the Lord spoke to me and said, he asked me a question about what I was doing. I was writing an email, and he asked me, what are you writing on? Well, the answer was I was writing on digital paper. And what are you using to write on digital paper? I said I was using digital ink. Digital ink and digital paper. And the Lord asked me a question, does it ever run out? Have you ever had to go to Staples? Staples is like a stationery store here, to buy additional paper for your email? Never. I want you all to answer me. Has your email ever run out? Like your email paper, you never run out of it, right? And this is what the world has discovered based on digital currency. They found a solution to the finite supply of money by creating finite tokens that can increase in value by its utility, by its use and the problems that it solves. Now, in other countries like Brazil and Nigeria, places that you wouldn't even imagine, like in Africa, there are developers who also have found how, they know how to create tokens. They are cryptographers, and they've created tokens with a vision. They have a vision. They also have a vision. Don't look down on small beginnings. The Bible says, despise not the day of small beginnings. Though your beginning be small, thou shalt greatly increase, right? And so a token like WikiCat, go and read the white paper before you say, oh, what kind of a token is that? And a lot of people still believe, like in the West, that nothing good can come from Africa. Well, you are mistaken. Good food comes from Africa. Good music comes from Africa. Brains come from Africa. Some people believe that black skin, the people who believe that skin is what determines righteousness or what determines intelligence, that's foolishness. The Bible does not tell us so. The Bible said the heart of man is desperately wicked. It has to do with the condition of the heart, not the how would I say it, not the skin color. Okay, so that's that. WikiCat, if you want to research it, it's there. The white paper is on CoinMarketCap. Click on it, read it, see what the developer has to say. And the guy is a Christian, he's a believer, and he believed that God gave him a vision. And the way he went about it, I'm telling you, I really, really appreciate it. And I believe, by the way, in crypto, you invest what you can lose. what you can afford to lose. If now Wikicat is at 7 zeros and 2, it was actually 7 zeros and 1 the other day, and the market cap increased from $10 million to 12 million over a couple days. Actually, just 1.5 days, I would say, when they launched their Penny Wallet. So it's, in my opinion, it's a good project. What is the purpose of the project? The utility of the project is to educate people on cryptos. Now, in my opinion, as the gold rush for crypto begins, right? As adoption becomes serious across the globe, a token like Wikicat has a great opportunity because Sam Api wants to educate people on crypto. So many people have no idea what is happening. So when XRP and all these other cryptos are at a high amount of value, people can get into a meme coin that is not only a meme coin, in my opinion, it's going to be greater than Shiba Inu. I've studied the tokenomics, and I think it has a great future. So people will buy from small monies. What is Electroneum doing in Africa? What is Ripple doing in Africa? Do you know Ripple is in, they're all over the world? Yeah, because these are untapped markets with great potential. There's money in Africa. Did you know Walmart is in Africa, but not under the name of Walmart? They know where the pockets of wealth are, and they are tapping those pockets of wealth. Every time I've flown into Nigeria for the last 20 years, the few times I've been, every time I see people from all across the world. I see Europeans, I see Americans, I see Canadians, I see, I see people from Afghanistan going to work on the oil fields, going to work on road construction projects. Okay, if it's so bad, why don't you leave those countries alone? Leave Zimbabwe alone, leave the Congo alone, leave their diamonds alone, and let them just figure it out on their own. But you see planes filled with people from Saudi Arabia, from all over the world, going there to do business and to do religion as well. You see? So, Wikicat has a great future. The second thing I'm going to address is the question of, if it's such a great project, why is it cheap? Every crypto project starts cheap. Most that I know. Ripple used to be 0.006 cents. Less than a penny. And there are people who bought 1 million units. Once they caught the vision, they bought 1 million units. I wish I was there then. So I'm not a whale. I've studied this thing, and I can see where it's going. And I believe I'm not wrong. I think 99%. I am wrong 1% and 99% correct based on my, on my research. And I have been around for a while. After being in this world for almost 60 years, you have studied some 5 to 10 year cycles, and you can see it happening all over again. New wealth is about to be created because it's there. Wealth is like electricity. It's like gold in the ground. God put it there already. We discover it, and we discover a way to tap it. And cryptographers have discovered a way to create cryptocurrency. I was telling my wife this morning, cryptocurrency is, the way it is created, 100 billion pre-mined XRPs, right? While some others are being mined, like Bitcoin is being mined. You can actually write an arithmetic, a program, an algorithm, just like God created 7 days. You cannot add an 8th day, no matter how you try. And that's why human beings are going into CERN and all these things, looking for, demonic knowledge, extraterrestrial knowledge, to try to break God's covenant, God's rule upon the earth. So, listen, Wikicat, in my opinion, is a great project. It has a great and a bright future. With $100, you can get several billions. And imagine that it drops 3 zeros, which I believe is going to happen. Where will you be? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you're new to crypto, I wrote a book for you, Crypto Made Easy. It's right there in the description. Please download a copy, $18.99. It'll do you good. There's also free PDFs. One is to help you write your vision about wealth creation and what you're going to do with what God will bring your way. Because if you invest in the right cryptocurrencies right now, I'm telling you, you will look back and say, wow, I did the right thing. Give it a few years and you'll be very thankful that you did. Some people are already reaping the benefits because they invested in 2017, in 2018, 2019. All right, that's all I have for you. Go into the description, download the book. I'll see you in the next one.